Hello everyone, welcome back to this video series on clinical SAS ADAM programming. We are taking a look at the different treatment related variables in a two-period crossover study. So in the previous video, we have seen how to derive the treatment related variables related to period 1 of the two periods. So in this video, we will see how to derive period 2 related treatment variables. So we have period 2 start date of exposure and period 2 treatment end date, and similarly we have study treatment start date and study treatment end date, and also the planned and actual treatments for period 2. Along with that, we will also see how to derive TRT seek P and TRT seek A. So let us take a look at the derivation logic for TR02 SDT, TR02 EDT first. So the derivation for TR02 SDT says using exposure dataset, get TR02 SDT as the numeric of date part of EXSTDTC of the earliest record of a subject where visit num in 205, 206, 207 and 208. So earlier we have seen for TR02 SDT, TR01 SDT we have considered visits from 201 to 204, but for TR02 SDT, we are checking the visits corresponding to 205 to 208. So let us take a look at the derivation logic for TR02 ADT. So again, it says using exposure dataset, get TR02 ADT as the numeric of date part of EXSTDTC of the latest record of a subject where visit num in 205 to 208. So for start date, we are using the earliest record. For end date, we are using the latest record for the visits corresponding to period 2. So let us take a look at the derivation logic for TRT SDT and TRT EDT. So by default, the definition says date of first exposure to treatment and date of last exposure to treatment for these two variables. So here for TRT SDT, the derivation logic is using TR01 SDT and TR02 SDT, which is we already derived as part of the existing specification. So get TRT SDT as the earlier of the two dates. So we will have to pick the minimum value from TR01 SDT and TR02 SDT and assign it to TRT SDT. So similarly for TRT EDT, so using TR01 EDT and TR02 EDT of the previously derived or going to be derived variables, and use get TRT EDT as the latest of the two values of TR01 EDT and TR02 EDT, which is we will have to get the maximum value present in these two variables. And then let us take a look at the actual and planned treatment related variables for period 2. So TRT02P, so using DM dataset, get TRT02P as if ARMCD is equal to 1, then TRT01, so this should have been TRT02P here. It says active. Else, if ARMCD is equal to SIG2, then TRT02P is equal to CSG. And then for TRT02A, which is actual treatment for period 02, using EX dataset, get TRT02A as the value from EXTRT on the earliest record from EX where visit num in 205 to 208. So the earliest records EXTRT value is becoming TRT02A and the earliest EXSTDTC value is becoming TR02SGT. So that's how we can populate TRT02A and TR02SGT within a single step. So let us take a look at the derivation of these two subject level variables, which are TRT-seq-P and TRT-seq-A. So for TRT-seq-P, the derivation says using DM dataset, get TRT-seq-P as if dm.armcd is equal to seq1, then populate TRT-seq-P as CSG hyphen active. Else, if dm.armcd is equal to seq2, then TRT-seq-P is equal to active hyphen CSG. So which means the subjects who are assigned to ARM1 or the seq1 ARMCD will take CSG first followed by active. Similarly, subjects who are assigned to seek2 ARM-CD will receive active first followed by CSG. And for TRT seek A, so we are being asked to populate it using TRT01A and TRT02A. Get TRT seek A as concatenate TRT01A and TRT02A separated by hyphen in between. So, and there is a note saying that hyphen should not be present when subject took only period 1 treatment but not the period 2 treatment. Okay, now let us try to manually identify the things. So let us take a look at TR02 STT first. So let's go to exposure data and then try removing all the filters from the previous video. And then we are interested in looking for visits starting from 205 and ending at 208. So we only have visits corresponding to 205 and 206 which fall in period 2. So let us filter for that and then take a look at the things. So we have data for subject 1001. So the earliest date of all these three records of subject 1001 is 9 September, 9 September and sorry, this is 9th March and 10th March. So the earliest of these three dates is 9th March 2016. So this will become TR02 SDT for our subject 1001. So what will be the value for subject 1003? 20, there are two records for this subject, 23rd May and 24th May of 2016. So the earliest of this will be 23rd May 2016. So note that this is for subject 1003. Looks like there are no records for subject 1002 in this data. So for 1003, the treatment start date in period 2 is 23rd May 2016. So let us take a look at the last subject, which is 1004. So we have records on 3rd Feb and 4th Feb. The earliest date would be 3rd Feb. Let us populate this with this case. So as subject 1002 did not have a record in EX which correspond to visits 205 to 208, we have TR02 SDT missing for that subject. So let us try to populate TR02 EDT as well for these subjects. So of the three records available for 1001, the latest record is 10th March for subject 1001. So this will become our TR02 EDT. So let us take a look at the data for subject 1003. There were two records, 23rd May and 24th May. So 24th May is going to be the second period treatment end date for subject 1003. So as the subject did not have a record in exposure for 1002, we will have TR02 EDT as well null. So similar to TR02 STT. So let us take a look at the TR02 EDT for 1004 now. So 3rd Feb and 4th Feb. So 4th Feb is the latest of these two. So 4th Feb will become our this one. So now we have populated TR02 SDT and TR02 ADT. Let us populate TRT02P and TRT02A. So let us populate TRT02A first because as we were on exposure data. So the earliest value was 9th March. On that record, the value was CSG for 1001. So this will become TRT02P for subject 1001. So what will be the value for subject 100? Sorry, this was TRT02A. So as the subject did not have a record for 1002 in exposure, this will be null. So for 1003, let us take a look at the data. For 1003, the earliest record was 23rd May. On that record, EXTRT value was CSG. So this will become the TRT02A for subject 1003. So similarly for subject 1004, the earliest record was 3rd Feb. On that record, we have EXTRT as active. So this will become our TRT02A for subject 1004. So for TRT01, TRT02P, so we were asked to populate it using ARMCD variable. So TRT0P, so we were asked to populate it based on ARMCD variable seek1. So if seek1, so as we have said, like this should have been 2. So we have to populate it as active for the cases where ARMCD is equal to seek1. So let us do that. ARMCD is equal to seek1. So this has to be active. For the other subjects, it was supposed to be CSG. So we have populated TRT0P, TRT02P, TRT02A, TR02SDT, and TR02ADT. So now let us take a look at the TRT-SDT. So we have seen the derivation that we will have to populate the minimum of TR01SDT and TR02SDT in TRT-SDT. So 24th November and 9th March. So something doesn't seem to be right for TR02 STT for subject 1001. I'm not sure why this is 2016. Okay, TR01 EDT was 2015, so this seems to be okay. So after ending period 1 treatment, the subject started treatment again in 2016, so this is okay. So the minimum of these two, 24th November and 9th March 2016 is 24th November 2015 and 9th March 2016. So the lowest value is this one. So this will become TRT STT. So there is only one date available for subject 1002, that is 8th Feb 2016. So that would be the TRT STT for subject 1002, 4th Feb 2016 and 23rd May 2016. So Feb and May. So the value in TR01 SDT is becoming our TRT SDT. 29th September 2015, 3rd Feb 2016. So the value would be 29 September 2015 for subject 1004. So similarly for TRT EDT, we need to populate it with the maximum of these two. So 25th November 2015, 10th March 2016. So the maximum date is the one which is coming from 2016. So as there is only one date here, this 9th Feb 2016 of 1002 is going to become TRT EDT for that subject. And for subject 1003, 5th Feb 2016 and 24th May 2016. So Feb and May is the latest date, so we need to populate TRT EDT with that value. And then for subject 1004, 30th September 2015 versus 4th Feb 2016. So TR02 EDT will be from 4th Feb 2016, which is the latest. So this is how we can populate TRT, SDT and TRT EDT as well. So all that we are now left with is TRT seek P and TRT seek A. So we have seen the derivation that TRT seek P has to be based on ARMCD variable. Wherever it is seek1, we were asked to populate it with CSG hyphen active. So let us populate it. So for seek1, it has supposed to be, so on this last two records we have seek1, and for seek2 in ARMCD variable we need to populate it as active hyphen CSG. So let us populate it. So on these first two records we have here seek2, so we'll have to populate active hyphen CSG in this one. So now we are left with TRT seek A. How do we populate TRT seek A? So it said populate it using TRT01A and TRT02A, and we were asked to concatenate a hyphen in between the values present in these two variables. When a subject took only one treatment, we should not have a hyphen appearing after the first treatment's value. So the value in TRT01A and TR202A. So it is active and a hyphen in between and CSG. So for subject 1002, the subject took CSG but did not take a treatment in second period. So we'll have to leave it blank. So the additional note said that we should not have a hyphen when the subject did not take second period. So we will have to remove that hyphen. So, and then for the subject 1003, TRT01A is active, and then followed by the value in TRT02A, which is CSG. So, and for the final subject, TRT01A has a value of CSG, so it will be CSG hyphen in between. TRT02A has a value of active, so this will become active. So this is how we can create TRT seek A. So let us put this in all caps. So if you take a look at subject 1003, so what is happening is the subject was supposed to receive the treatment in CSG hyphen active, which is in first period the subject was supposed to take CSG and in the second period active. But if you take a look at the TRT-CK, what has happened is the subject was accidentally given the active treatment in first period followed by CSG in the second period. And similarly for subject 1002, if we see the subject was supposed to take active followed by CSG. Just a second, this is not right. TRT01A is active, so this one is active and then blank. So the subject was supposed to take active in first period and CSG in second period. But if you see the TRT01A is only populated, TRT02 is blank, which is the subject did not take a dose in second period. So we'll only have the TRT-CK populated as active and then the second component will be null. So let us take a look at the programming approach for this. So we have seen how to get the period 1 start date and period 1 end date in the last video. So here we all we need is like need to subset the records, sort the records such that the last date appears on the last record within subject. This is second period treatment start date. So if we need start date, we need to use first.useSubjID, and then on the extrt value on that earliest record is nothing but trt02a. So we are assigning to it, and then we are extracting only the date component and then converting it into numeric. And then similarly for end date, so we are sorting by subject and exposure start date, and then picking the last record, and then extracting the date component and converting it into numeric format. So we have already fetched the start and end dates for period 1, and then start and end dates for period 2, and bringing all the required information into our DM dataset by merging based on the subject ID variable. And then we are populating the values as per the specification. So this is how we can create treatment related periods in a 2-period crossover study.